Gentlemen, to the second game of the match between Team Agents and Team Paragon. We have switched servers. We are now on the EU side. Unfortunately, we do not have caster privileges on the server that we are on, so we're just going to have to do this old-fashioned style. We are going to have the Agents on Survivor first on their home server, as I did mention. We are going to see the first hit going in. Boomer getting pretty much popped, Smoker getting shut down, Hunter not able to land, and neither is that Spitter. Now, the interesting part about this is that Team Paragon is carrying about a 700-point lead from the game that was played on the North American server. So we are now going to see how the second game plays out. That means that Agents are essentially going to have to win this game by around 800 points. I am Rails Barlow, one of your tournament admins. This is on Kissme's YouTube channel since the stream was being a little bit bad because half of Pennsylvania is on fire. And I am co-casting tonight with Mr. Prodigy Sim. Are you here, Mr. P-Sim?
Reloading.
Okay, he's still BRBing, but Mr. P-Sim will be here relatively shortly. We do have another hit coming in from Paragon. There's going to be a Smoker, a Spitter, a Jockey, and I believe that's a Boomer. Indeed, it is. Trying to work their way in here before the bridge, but actually Agents are going to be able to take the bridge before the rest of that hit can come in. They're going to bounce around down here and see exactly what they can clear out before the next hit from Paragon.
Reloading.
Hello, and I'm back.
Hello,
wow,
welcome back.
The pings look surprisingly even on this European server. Other than Rain with 150 ping, this is actually looking better than the... This is looking like it could be a pretty good situation for Paragon to be in right here. We'll have to see how they fare. Agents have taken the front side of the bridge pretty well. SI coming in. Pole gonna land. Jockey gonna look for another cap on the side. Gonna get M2'd and shut down over there. But a 2-boom does land and about 20 damage coming out overall.
Now this is going to be interesting because our tank is at a different spawning percentage on this first map in this game. It's going to be about 85% of the way through the map. That is post-drop. Due to that positioning, obviously the survivors are going to have to take it much differently than they did in the last game. But we'll see exactly what they can do. Agents are working their way through the map right now, just sort of running along, clearing out these common. They've taken almost no damage from Paragon's first couple of hits. It's going to be a Hunter, Boomer, Jockey, and a Smoker for this next hit from Team Paragon.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to set up on the alarm car, probably pretty standard right here. Boomer's just waiting to get that rocket spawn out onto the nice double boom actually landing right there. Even though these survivors are so separated, Jockey gets this. This could be huge, but nice M2 by Mulder in the front, going to take that down.
Yeah, and already I'm seeing a huge difference in Agent Survivor play in terms of the aggressiveness. I know we talked about it a little bit, expecting them to be conservative when they had higher ping, but since their pings are green and orange now instead of red and orange, they are just playing, I think, at a faster pace. They seem more confident to me.
Yeah, definitely. So already, like, those 2 Jockey shutdowns I saw looked absolutely great, and a Witch being taken out with no resistance from the infected side.
If this game's able to stay at the same quality as the first half, what we saw on the North American side, it'd be fantastic. Easily, I would say, the closest and most competitive match of the tournament so far, happening in the first week here, and this is what I kind of like, because Agents know they're behind by about 700, but honestly, if they're able to capitalize and keep playing the way they are on their home server right here, they'll be in great position to take this match and pull off the upset versus Paragon. The next hit is going to be a Spitter, Smoker, Charter, and a Hunter, and P-Sim, they might send that before the survivors drop.
Yeah, it looks quite possibly so. You know, they have a pull, they've got a pounce, they have a spit, they got a charge, they can try to go for a ledge off, or they can just go for some spit damage here. Tons of things look good with this setup. Smoker spawning up, telltale sign that hit's coming in, but both the Hunter and Smoker get the same target, and Charger having not more than a single punch right there. So Agents taking a fair amount of chip once again, but they're looking almost full health going into this tank right now, sitting at that 735 bonus. It's going to be a lot of pressure on this tank, which is now up in the hands of Lucifer for Team Paragon.
Looks as though he's going to work his way back up the hill, probably going to try to play some kind of... Actually, no, he's going for more cars. He's going to go straight for the cars. Boomer going in right here, imagining to land a nice double boom. I don't know about this piece, and he's really not in a position to commit because he's far away.
Yeah, by the time he gets in, the Horde would pretty much be dead anyway, so SI just going in for a round of sacks. Probably going to end up with another Boomer, though, after that that death order that we saw right there. Tank did get both of his cars, and he's still at 60% on first pass. Nice call going for that while he was still on his Grace timer at the start. And yeah, he's going to have great amounts of hittables to hit in right now. Let's see how he fares on the positioning side with those. Another boom in the spawn queue. for the
Four
SI
cars.
team.
It's 3 cars. 3 cars. Okay.
3 cars, yeah, and still on first pass. If this boomer can find a boom, this is like, this could be a pretty devastating wipe, but it can be pretty tough to get a boomer in right here. He's looking for that spawn from the back. Tank just deciding to go for a rock right now. Charger, boomer managing to get 1 boom while that charger whiffs. Jockey gonna land on one of the survivors. And actually getting a punch off of that charger before getting taken down. Now survivors. Ooh, are they gonna try to push this tank? This
Yeah,
looks
they
pretty
are.
risky. There's so many cars right there.
This is insane.
He
So
could just
Aiden's-
choose to split them.
Yeah, like he could, and that's exactly what he's gonna do, I think. He still has Coach in the back there on the car, hitting the car at Coach's face. Not a whole lot being able to be done right there. Turning back around, getting shot a lot. His other spawns are up in queue. Smoker is gonna get the pull onto Coach, and they're not gonna be able to clear in time. That is essentially a survivor taken completely out of the play here. Because it is Ace Mod, there is no water slowdown. Boomer landing, car going in, hitting Rochelle on the side. Hunter's gonna bounce his way in, trying to find his way onto Ellis. That's gonna be a confirmed kill on to Rochelle over there. Very unfortunate for Agents and Kissme. They played that really aggressively.
Yeah, they did. I think with that car positioning, might not have been the best thing to go for. They almost got away with it. Oh, and there's a second car right there, and there's still Horde trickling all around from that single boom that we saw a little bit earlier. And now just 2 survivors left, having to take out this 3.5k HP tank. Nick going for the juke pass, but he's not going to get it. And Charger actually whipping because of how that survivor got punched right there. There goes the end cap, and Ellis running around trying to figure out what he can do. He's going to go for a surf across this hill. Actually manages to get in front of the tank right there, but the pounce is going to land and finish off the wide.
Sliding around on that hill. The tank wanted that last hit, and indeed does get. Wow, he's really high up there.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they couldn't get that pickup if they had somebody else to go for it. So great job by Lucifer on the hittables with that tank. And great job from Paragon overall, managing to get the wipe right there. Let's see if they can hold on to some helpfulness and actually take out that tank on their survivor side though.
Now, theoretically, right, this should be a double wipe because of the position there. Even though it's Ace Mod, we just saw how that can still go into a really tough position for the survivors due to the amount of hittables, due to the fact the tank has free reign, and there's also no tank slowdown. So let's see if Paragon decides to play it a little bit differently instead of letting themselves get bottlenecked in that area with 3 or 4 hittables. I think right now, because they're playing with that advantage from their home server, and if they have the health to do it, they can afford to take a risk like that. Nice pop going out by Lucifer in the first hit.
Smoker! Smoker!
Yeah, Smoker pre-spawn in the front, gonna go for a pulse spit, gonna be employed basically on nothing, and that's the hit taken down for just 1 point of damage from that pull onto Adam. And yeah, the survivor's gonna be moving up.
If I'm not mistaken, the survivors are actually going to be still running, even though obviously with the ping, they're running a 3 shotgun setup here. And actually, you know what? Re-looking at the pings here, this is a really almost balanced scenario that we've got. Like, everybody from Paragon has just around between 100 and 150 ping here. Nice double boom going out from the agents right there. Smoker going in on Chris in the back. That is going to be a Jockey bouncing well as well. Spit really not doing much of anything. Jockey getting taken out, but again, some nice commonship going in. But he said these are pretty nice pings for North America to EU.
Yeah, definitely so. This must be what is this server? Like, I need to write down this IP and keep it later. Sir, please, number 4. I don't even know where that is. But, yeah, things are looking pretty good for Paragon. That was a good hit attempt with that double boom, but the capper's just getting shut down pretty easily by Paragon, and they're going to rush the bridge off of that SI. Not ready. Survivor's going to push up right here. Will we see a boom come in? Nice triple boom actually going to land right now, but the Survivor's in a very safe position. And here comes Hunter Jockey, pouncing in slowly. Charger not even finding a spawn. There he goes in, and managed to land the charge, but everything cleared super quickly by Paragon.
Somehow Adam lost half his health from that exchange.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Adam. Maybe he got FF'd. Time to check MVP. He's dealt 6 damage. I don't know.
I don't know, maybe it was just a combination of the commons plus the Jockey with a scratch plus the land plus the charger, but I was surprised to see that much damage come out. I mean, obviously Paragon's done a pretty good job mitigating at this point, but we're going to see another hit coming in. Boomer getting a nice quad boom, as a matter of fact, with a pound spit and a pull on Adam into that spit too, taking a lot of damage right there from this SI attack. Off of a 2-2 piece them in an area where usually a whole lot of damage does not occur.
Yeah, definitely so. And Adam happy to get focused on this. Looks like they want to keep all of the damage going on to him. They're getting great booms on Team Agents, but their SI follow-up, their like capper follow-up is not quite as good. And there goes a scratch on the Witch, but she's taking out the Hunter, and now she's completely glitched on that pole right there. Wow. That's not what you want to see if you're on Team Agents right now. These hits just coming in a little bit staggered and getting shut down pretty well. But yeah, it's going to be up to that tank. Like you said, you know, it can be a pretty dangerous situation for the survivors with all those hittables right there. I think basically you kind of need to take advantage of any like mispositioning of those hittables that occur. The survivors could also decide to, if they see the tank go for the cars, they could push up and fight it in a closer area to the hill, but charge going in right there, gonna whiff. Hunter, pull. Hunter, Smoker actually both hitting on Coach right there. Getting cleared pretty quickly, a little bit of spit damage. Taking Verb down to 59 HP at this point.
Oh wow, Adam does actually go down to, I believe, a combination of friendly fire plus a common hit right there. And if I'm Paragon, I really do not want to get into an area where, as I said, we're on bottleneck, but they're going to back up because they know there's no water slowdown. I don't know, if the tank starts hitting all of his hittables in, then this could turn really ugly, as we saw in the last half. Again, because you have to take that score delta into mind just a little bit because it is 700 points, this is a situation where the survivors probably can decide to play a little bit more aggressive. That jockey got a lot of damage, though. Charger actually landing, sliding off the rock right there, getting a pound onto Verb, but pretty much if I'm the SI, I want to wipe fast, and I want to prevent Team Paragon from getting any kind of momentum going into these later rounds.
Yeah, definitely so. A little bit of awareness issues, I think, on that last hit for Team Paragon. They have 2 bleeding, but this tank having a lot of trouble working his car in. He does have 1 car to the right on the hill, or to the left if you're looking up, and he's going to leave that other car right at the top. Survivors, I like this pushed up positioning.
Yeah.
They really are forcing the tank to only have 1 car in play right now. But going for a rock hit right here, nice skeets going out, and just little bits of SI chip. But these survivors have a huge range of motion right now. Gonna keep clearing commons up ahead up against this tank.
This is exactly what I wanted in terms of what Paragon would do. And now, you know, they actually managed to get the tank. They're going to push up here. There is only 1 hittable. If they can juke this hittable and kill these common, they're in a pretty good position. But they're all stacked up right there. The tank could really easily cut them off. And there comes the hittable hit. That's going to be right onto the rain. This is exactly what the SI needed to do to counter this. I like the play from Paragon at first, and they ran into common. And unfortunately for them now, they do have a survivor down. I don't think they're going to be making that much bonus on this map. That's going to be a kill onto Rochelle. So both halves right there, we see Rochelle getting nailed with a hittable, and this is going to be a very close game going into map 2 now, because 5k HP tank, Molders played it completely right, didn't really let himself get pushed too hard, and now he's got a great chance to wipe out the rest of Team Paragon on this half.
Yeah, wow, there's aggressive play and then there's YOLO play, and it kind of looked like those survivors were thinking they just run for points or something, going up into an area with a lot of commons in it, pushing a little bit too hard against that tank. And now these 3 survivors left look like they're in a pretty good position once again, but yeah, they need to get that tank pushed or make something happen at this point. Only 3 of them left. Don't have a lot of chances. Oh, to get this going. Car being hit over their heads, and this is what I'm talking about. Survivors take advantage of that misplay with the hittable. They can actually push this tank back. They're in a very open area. They need to dodge these rocks and be ready for that next set of SI spawns as they come in. There's a pole going off in the back as that rock lands, and survivors suddenly, one of them going slow, another one very close to slow. Actually, that is too slow right now with Lucifer. That pounce in the back is going to get rid of one of the survivors from the equation. The tank is down to 179 health, though.
He might get killed by the down survivor. Trying to throw a rock right there, down to 43 HP! He's managing to work his way to the left. There is a jockey up right here. Paragon made the right decision there, but I think the problem was that they were almost slow. I don't know what that jockey did, just delay that pickup, but it's now going to go in, managing to get the jock on to Coach. Charter coming from the back is completely stopping, and this is actually going to be really unfortunate for Agents if Paragon finds a way out of this.
Yeah, that was really nice play by the survivors, and honestly though, I have to feel like they're probably like hitting themselves in the face, thinking about what they did with that earlier push where they lost Rochelle. Because this tank is dead now. They don't quite know that he's this close to dead. And let's see if Verbansky can actually get this clear though, otherwise this could be the wipe, and there's the Hunter to support that. Adam still with a lot of health. Maybe Ellis can get the miracle clear, but it's looking pretty dire at this point. There goes the rock to finish it off. Wow.
Yeah, that was really a very interesting back and forth from these teams with the aggression and then the counter and then the re-aggression that almost worked from Team Paragon. The thing is, you know, if they had done what they'd done with the 3 survivors before, like if they played a little bit safer, yeah, you could push up, get some chip on the tank, but then Rochelle overextended, right? And then that's when she got hit by the car. If they had been able to somehow, and the tank hit his car over, they had 4 survivors, they probably make the safe room with at least 2 or 3 people with high green HP, barring some kind of death punch. But instead, when they overextended, the agents took advantage of it. Again, extremely close. Paragon only has like a, 58-point lead going into map 2 here. And this tank is going to be tough for them. It's 69%.
Yeah, definitely true, but we do have Paragon actually have the lead after that map. So, I mean, technically that's +1 for them. I mean, they could have made a lot more points and that would have really helped them secure this game, but they are still in the lead, and now it's like an 800, 900 point lead at this point. So, you know, heads up for them at this point.
I do believe we have Caster now, so both Kissme and Dopeboy were able to rejoin the server. And it looks as though Rain has lagged out. I believe he'll be coming back relatively soon. Once he's in, then... Oh, he actually disconnected twice. I don't know if that's probably one of his connection issues. He is connecting from halfway across the planet from California. There we go.
So, getting him back in. Looks like team's just about ready to go live right here. Survivor side first for Paragon. Agents have a, looks like a 2-2 setup with Hunter and Smoker. Round now going live. We've got a bunch of shotguns for Team Paragon right now. Here they push out. Nice pop on the boomer. Spit gonna get shut down. Those cappers don't even get to spawn.
Yeah, that was a great jump right there by Paragon. And now the 4 shotguns here with the ping plus the advantage plus the, you know, just the situation that they're in, they should be able to make quick work of this map. Paragon team that likes to go fast. Agents showed that on the first round as well, but then that unfortunate tank wipe onto them took away some of their momentum. Hunter's already pre-spawned, sort of bouncing his way around here in the hands of Molder. Going to be a boomer, jockey, and a smoker for the rest of the SI. Pull going out right here. Almost missing that crown, but he was able to get it. I believe the smoker tried to pull the guy who was crowning it, but instead went for a different survivor. Everything else pretty much shut down. Nice handle on those first 2 hits by Paragon.
Wow, this looks like the first 2 hits that like agents took on Survivor last map. Just like there's only 8 points of damage on the board. Paragon's moving around like it's, you know, their home server or something. And yeah, 2-2 setup once again from agents right here. Their ability to get the SI they want not quite working out for him. Boomer gonna get completely popped, going in first right there. Hunter skied it. Spitter even taken down early. And wow.
Absolute annihilation right there. Only 4 more damage landing. Pretty much an average of 4 damage per hit so far coming out from agents. But again, unfortunately, I think the survivors are going to run into, as I said before, a pretty difficult tank spawn at 69% there. That's either going to be right on the roof. There's a lot of room for capitalization from the SI. And as we saw actually in the last game, you know, when Paragon had the ability to kind of stay on top of that coaster trying to wait out the horde, you know, the slightest move in the wrong direction can be devastating in a game where the teams are this even. We do have a nice hit coming in here right now. That boomer is going to manage to land. Nice! This actually could be a free cap. That smoker manages to get it. That's a beautiful free cap coming out from Agents on to Paragon. As soon as I said that, the slightest movement could hurt. Beautiful free cap coming out. Adam is being drugged all the way to the ladder. And Kissme, how early in a tournament have we seen so many tri-caps from both teams come out in a series?
Yeah, this is pretty incredible, the amount of great hits we're seeing in this match. And wow, that's Adam full bleed right now. Didn't manage to get the tank spawned up off of it or anything, but next hit coming in right there. Spit actually gonna miss the pounce target, and Smoker spawning off and falling off a cliff. But Survivor's going to move forward, and this tank's going to spawn up pretty soon. We'll have to see if Paragon decides to take it at the top or the bottom. Looks like they're going to go for that early chip onto the tank, see how much they can get in right now. Actually managing to get about 200 damage onto the tank, and Survivor's pushing forward. Nice ski right before that rock landed on Verbonsky's face. Boomer shut down once again, so these SI have nothing to go on right now with the Survivors clear out this area from horde.
I really don't like that call by agents. Like, he's in a corner right here. There's not a whole lot he can do. Yeah, he can curve rock, but when Paragon pushed down, there was still horde there. I understand the boomer tried to go, but they're still clearing out common from there. If that had been me, I would have thrown that tank in. but instead he's in an okay position now, I guess. The survivors have decided not to go for that much more chip. They do have another boomer, and they are stealing these rocks really, really well. Now the survivors are going for chip. Rain's up top, getting some free shots on him, and this is going to cause the tank to commit. Charger, boomer, and a smoker for the rest of the squad. Nice double boom landing, however. That's going to force the survivors into a pretty bad spot. Backing up, tank still at around just over 2,000 HP. Charter isn't completely whiffed, and that should be pretty much all he's going to get. Nice multi-punch right there, though, on the survivors. Managing to knock them around. This is actually a lot of damage for this tank here, Kissme, and another multi-landing.
Yeah, that boom there, adding a lot of horde to the equation. That with only 2 cappers, the Charger wasn't really able to add much to that tank fight. So Paragon gonna get out of this walking and full move speed. Nice pounce landing, separation over there, actually getting a fair amount of damage in after that tank.
Wow, I mean, you know, I thought that tank when I caught it, I thought that was all he was gonna get, but then because the survivors were hoarded and because the other SI, I guess maybe stumbled somewhere or something like that, they weren't able to focus that tank down. Like, interesting proxy even from underneath the stairs right there. But Paragon now hurting for HP. They only have 1 set of pills left, and they do have all 4 bleeding after that tank. And again, typically you don't see a whole lot of damage going out in that area, so good on Agents to have that kind of coordination, plus the very nice double boom.
Yeah, it's looking like Paragon's going to make this map. They're sitting at about 78% of their damage bonus for a total of 260 points right now. But this is going to need to be a map where Agents makes it with high health bonus if they want to start making up points. At this point, nice spit separation, not quite going to work out though, as Nick decides to run past it and get that smoker clear, and that's pretty much going to be it for the rest of the map. Survivors, if they can keep this move speed going, they could make it into the safe room before the SI are ready to hit once again.
They pretty much should be able to make safe room off of this, as you just said. I mean, they are still bleeding. One of them might go slow right before they're able to make it. He's at 40 HP right now, and now he is at 39. He actually is going to get jockey as well. Charger missing there. Nice level coming out from Verbansky onto that Charger. Smoker's really going to be the last thing up. Not really any multi-cap potential right here. Missing the pull, as a matter of fact. Dancing around with Coach. He does get insta-cleared, and that should be the survivors making their way in without a whole lot more hassle. They are indeed going to make it, so nice job on Paragon. Again, they have now officially done a good job of making map 2 on the away server. We're seeing, like I said, typically you don't see stuff like this. You see more wipes coming out on the higher ping team on the away servers for them. But instead, we've seen Agents make maps, now we're seeing Paragon make maps. This has been a spectacular way to kick off this round.
Yeah, this is not... I don't think anyone could have predicted the survivors making rounds that we're seeing here. You know, Agents looked really strong at the start of their away game, and now Paragon looks really strong at the start of their away game. Maybe high ping's preferable.
High ping's overrated.
Yeah. High ping's OP, get those tank punches from further away. No, but a lot of it's just been strategy, you know. One of these teams has a better strategy on this tank or that tank, and here comes the hit. Pounce landing right there for a little bit of damage along with the 2-boom. Pull and spit not really accomplishing a whole lot, but Agent's going to be slowed down coming out of the safe room right here.
Yeah, I mean, the spit was a little bit premature because I think it spit on the smoke target instead of the pounce that landed. And would you like some Skittles, Mr. Kissme?
He wasn't moving. I thought I was calling it out, but apparently I'm just wanting for no reason. No reason.
Well, Coach is actually split right now. They could try to get something on him, but he is going to get back to his team. We are going to see the draw crown going out right here. Nice crown going out by Skittles. It's going to be a jockey, spitter, smoker, and a hunter for this hit. And it looks as though Agents are just going to push their way up here, managing to stick with mostly shotguns, but I think they do have 1 Uzi now as well. I'll be interested to see exactly how they call that tank, because like I said, if the survivors are allowed to push into Horde again without getting punished for that, I would expect Paragon to commit that tank.
Yeah, I think mostly Agents really didn't want to go in with the boom there. Turned out to be really good, but they got 2 of them in a row. Nice double cap landing right now, and the pounce intercept actually going to land right there, making this a rolling 2 cap with a fair amount of spit damage on slow.
Again, the SI play from both teams has been spectacular across this entire series. Just seeing the synchronization come in, the ability for the SI to, even in odd situations like where it's not just all these caps hitting at the same time, like you said, that was a rolling 2 cap that went out, but still did so much damage on the coach. It's been spectacular to see. Boomer, Hunter, Jockey, and another spawn coming into queue right here. Jockey going in, getting M2 and shut down by Mulder in the corner. Boomer from the same spot again getting shut down. And unfortunately, I think Paragon was listening to me, and when I said single spawning, I meant where it's effective, not just like throwing in the SI one at a time.
I hear Hunter.
And speaking of throwing the SI one at a time,
Almost.
it was a nice team skeet onto Lucifer. And SI gonna be getting spawns in time for the alley choke, except for that Hunter right there. They do have Charger Smokers. They may just decide to hit up top Boomer as well. Just now getting a spawn. Will he go for a boom right here? Ooh, almost goes for a quick spawn.
With no spit here, I think they're going to be forced to hit up top. Actually, they're pulling down below right here. Charter coming in from the back. Interesting call. Getting leveled right there. We are going to have that Jockey landing, but the Boomer does stumble him off. So that's a hit that went and did an okay amount of damage. I don't know about that call there, though, Kissme, because they didn't really have a spitter.
Yeah, I mean, the ladder choke's not great. The ladder choke's actually a lot better if you have a spitter too, but I mean, there's definitely ways you can play it that could have been a little bit more effective than throwing
split.
your charger into a
They're
hallway.
split. They are really, really split right here. They actually might have to stay up top. The tank's getting shot a couple times right there, and indeed, they are going to have to play it up top unless they decide to do a quick jump down the slide. Tank is going to get a punch on the Ellis. He's going to have a corner there if he can get up to him. Jumping across, trying to land a fifth on the Nick. Missing that punch. Nick managing to juke him right here. Skeet does go out. Tank does have a corner on the coach. If they jump, they would go completely flying. Smoker gets picked. All the support is dead. The tank is alone, and it looks as though he is going to have to throw a rock here. This looks really horrible for the survivors for a second. Now since he's going that way again, tanking another solo corner almost, and does get meleeed to death before he is able to lock that up. And Kissme, I was really scared for Agents there. They were so split. Nobody could chip the tank, but they managed to take it down because the SI got shut down completely.
Yeah, those SI just not being effective enough to help the tank. The tank on his own managed to get like 1.5 corners on survivors, so a fair amount of damage coming out from him, all on his own. Agents are now up for this map alone by about 260 bonus points, so they've got a couple of survivors with quite a bit of health that are going to need to be chipped down if Paragon wants to keep things in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, this is now a chance for Agents with the amount of health that they have to definitely make up this score delta. We'll see exactly how it looks after this chapter is over. Spitter, Smoker, Jockey, and the force spawn is not anywhere close to being up right now. Still about 4 seconds out before the survivors push through this first part of the choke here. Depending on what it is a charger, but the survivors have already taken a better position, moving their way outside. Smoker is going to go out, Charger working his way in, and he does manage to land the charge in the corner onto health bonus right there. That's going to be a good amount of damage going out onto him, looking like a pro mod charge because they're almost with the amount of spit damage that went out.
Yeah, absolutely. Agent Skittles losing a lot of his health right there. That's about 160 points off of that bonus. And Smoker going for a quick bowl alone in the back right there. Not going to get anything from it. So it's starting to look like Agents are going to make it in here. Maybe straggling SI might be able to find something, but just a Boomer, no chance.
And they do take the lead. Kissme, this is so similar to what we saw on the other server.
This is ridiculously similar, isn't it? Home team manages to get the lead after map 2. Oh my gosh.
Points. Wasn't it really close to 46 points on the other server? Like, it's almost the exact same thing. The evenness from these two teams up to this point right here. So, I mean, literally, we might have to go back and see what the score was from the first game to have a definitive answer on who wins this, if it stays this close. Obviously, the amount of crazy SI hits that came in from the last game is definitely going to have to replicate itself to see that. But again, the tank spawns at a very similar spot. Kissme, I am so overjoyed with this match right now.
Yeah, this is pretty spooky, and we have like the X-Files agents here with us, so we may have stepped into the Twilight Zone or something. I'm not really sure what's going on. But, wow, yeah, map 3, just 3 more maps in this match. We'll have to see. Survivor side, once again, going to be run by Agents as they push out here. This opening hit looks like a 3-1 with Spit, actually. Yeah, with a Jockey Charger, Hunter, and Spitter. Looks like Jockey really trying to get this spawn in the back up against that last Survivor, but it's not going to be found. Probably going to see him start to spring it before long. Here comes the Hunter. gonna manage to land on the front right there. Charger not able to get anything before getting mowed down, so a little bit of spit damage and some nice jockey damage in the back as well.
Yeah, and honestly, the ping situation right now really hasn't been a high factor so far, I would say. I mean, again, on both servers that we've seen, both teams have been able to just go mano a mano and just beat each other up to almost a draw at this point, I would say. But again, these last few maps are going to be extremely important, and the ability to not take damage in these corridors before that tank is really going to make a difference for agents in this scenario, because again, they're probably have to hold out a good part of the event before spawning that tank, depending on the exact percentage. They probably have to hit the button. They probably can't use the coaster this time. So we'll see what they decide to do. Hunter, Charger, Spitter, Smoker. This is another pretty good hit the Paragon can throw in to get a good amount of damage in these enclosed spaces.
Yeah, possibly so. We'll have to see. It looks like Hunter wants to go for the witch play up front. There's an Uzi up front moving towards that witch. Now, witch is scratched. A nice charge in the back. Gonna have spit employed onto it as well. We do have multiple caps going on right there, but no spit play.
I thought I heard her scream, but I guess she stood up and then re-aggroed. I think they probably thought they had the spawns pretty well blocked there, and we have a crouching witch who does then get shot in the face by Agent Mulder.
Yeah, that discussion just got tabled, I'm afraid.
Yeah, oh my. Yes, the witch got tabled. We'll have to see if she does the same thing on the next half, because we know witches are just a part of Left 4 Dead that need to exist. It's Charter, Boomer, Smoker, Jockey for the next hit. Boomer going in, throwing up the one boom right there, and it looks as though one of the survivors already dropped clearing commons. I guess they think, oh, we have the Charger issue going out down below, and the survivor is alone up top. Coach is gonna get jockeyed up top. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely insane. I cannot believe that just happened. Are you serious?
Survivor is not waiting to finish off the boom before taking that drop, getting a little scattered by those early caps going on down below, making the survivors a little bit rushed in their take of that choke point. So once again, I feel like we're going to see agents rushing this tank.
And
They just have 3 survivors left though.
I think what happened there is when the Charger landed down below, that shifted the focus down there to try to clear the higher damage SI, and people just got a little bit split. Nice skeet going out there. Jockey got shut down as well, and agents, wow, this is, again, at most, they're going to be up by like maybe 400 going into Paragons, unless they find a way to jump past the tank, but maybe like 400 points-ish going into the second half of this chapter. And with 3 people trying to hold this out, I don't know, Kissme, what do you think the right call here is?
You know, one thing to remember, when you lose that first player, when that first player dies, you've got somebody specking for you.
True.
They can tell you where all the SI are spawning at, tell you where the tank is, no problem. There goes the charge though.
There's the tank.
And tank is spawned up as well. Pole gonna land it.
There with the boomers harassing him.
Oh my god. He does actually get the clear, and Mulder manages to pill up. Might be getting a little bit of extra movement points. Maybe they can get themselves punched over the gap. Will it happen? Nope. Too many comments in the way.
Oh! He did get punched relatively. Oh, okay, now it's jumped off. So, well, obviously that misplay at the hole right there is absolutely astronomical. 360 points separating them. Again, remember, Paragon has about a 750 point-ish advantage coming from the home server here. But now Paragon can do similar to what Agents did, scarily enough, in the last game, and just try to basically blitz that tank with 4 survivors. And based on just the distance alone, if somebody doesn't die at the hole and/or the witch, they're going to take the chapter.
Yeah, definitely so. And, I mean, they were only behind by 40 points, right? So, if they do manage to get past that hole, they're most likely going to be taking the lead once again on this chapter.
We'll see if something catastrophic seems to happen to Paragon. I don't know. With the way this game's gone so far, I can't predict it.
So, oh my gosh, there's so many sprays in this safe room right now. Local fish in great mood today. Here comes the hit though. Hunter and Jockey moving in, not managing to get early clears on either of those, but spit charge from the back right now. Gonna get shut down as well. Agent's not finding really a whole lot of damage with that opening hit.
Agents have done a really good job playing on both servers, but at the same point in time, after a mistake like the one they just made, personally, if it were me, I would be pissed, because, like, they had a good chance to really do a lot of work in that chapter, at least not wipe in such an odd way of having one survivor die at the hole choke and then just being hit by the tank. Like, this is... I'd be disappointed at this point, but they have to try to keep it together here because they still have a great chance of winning. Hit going in, both the SI from the front right there, the Smoker and the Jockey. We do have a pounce in a little, actually not even in the Spit. The Spit missed. And now it looks as though Lucifer is going to go for this Witch Crown. He is common locked, and I think he's going to make the smart play and wait. Never mind.
Yeah, needs to reload his shotgun basically, but should have it for free. Pretty similar to how Agents had theirs for free. And here comes that whole choke point. I wonder if Agents is going to try to go for something similar, or if they're just going to set up for a standard damage play. Ooh, single boom on the front right now. There's no spit, so it looks like that's probably what they're going to hold for. Would be a little crazy to throw all these on up top without any sort of a spit assist.
Yeah, and both the walls are, or the hole and then also the wall is broken. This Hunter is...
Yeah, that is a cheeky Hunter right there, though, in that vent. And it looks like survivors have dropped those, so the Hunter not really doing a whole lot. Getting ready to go through this hole with all these SI at once. Pounce gonna land in the front as that charge lands in the back. Jockey unable to find the cap there. He finally does, giving a lot of spit damage onto Lucifer.
With Death Spit on Verb there too, so that's going to be a good amount of damage going out. And again, obviously it's not a death, but at this point again, depending on how Paragon decide to hold it out, then they maybe can engage that tank in an area that's better for them than we saw last time. But the tank spawns pretty close when the survivors actually get to that event, like maybe when they're halfway up the coast or something like that. So if they're gonna hold it out, and this is the play that I would try to go for right here, because they now have the opportunity. Agents are already wiped. They have a great amount of health. They have 4 sets of pills. I think they should try to go for the full holdout here and then try to make the most out of this instead of bum rushing it. We do have a hit coming in. Charger going for a long charge. Got nothing going right there. Jockey does land. Charger does get a couple punches off that with full and a single boom.
Yeah, not a bad quick pre-event, although it does mean they lost their charger pretty late, I think. So they might not be getting one for the choke point coming up. We'll have to see. That tank spawned really early though, so survivors, yeah, might not want to take that at all. Looks like they're gonna take it back and try to wait out this whole event, which can be kind of a risky thing to do when you're at, you know, not at great health. They only have 1 bleeding at this point. Next hit coming in though. They did not opt to wait for 1 hit to be taken out. Charger gonna whiff right there, and Adam taking a fair amount of damage from that hit overall.
I think Paragon are going to decide to take this obviously back in the tunnels, but I'm interested to see if they go to the right or the left. This Charger has almost no health left, not even killing itself off. Like I said, 4 sets of pills. They can now chill in this corner, and they should at least all, at the very worst, unless something catastrophic happens like a tri-cap and spit, they should all be fast when they engage that tank after they walk up the coaster. So this is an interesting play now. I'd actually love to see it fought outside. Boomer going in gets a single boom. Rest of it coming in. Charger, Hunter, and a Spitter. Hunter gets skeeted, but the Charger does manage to land for an in-cap onto Lucifer.
Nice, and you'll notice Agents deciding to hold onto that Spitter after the hit goes in. That's a pretty good call. Spitter's one of the most effective SI for not just getting damage there, but just moving the survivors, splitting them up. And, you know, if you're having to move out of Spit, you're probably not killing Commons and other SI at the exact same time. So here comes next hit going to be coming in. They do have the 3-1 with Spit. Once again, nice Spit damage onto Ellis right there, just stacking up on him. Lucifer taking the brunt of the damage.
Now, this is where it's starting to get a little bit closer to what I said. Worst case scenario, they're all going to be fast. Adam's slow. Lucifer is slow. Obviously, Adam still has permanent health, so he's not going to be bleeding until he commits those pills. But then after they both commit, they're only going to have 1 set of pills, and they still do have to take that tank. And I don't know, this is a long event. Like we talked about it last round, and this is a lot of common.
Yeah, they're probably about halfway through it right now, maybe a little bit further because of that hit they took outside. And here comes Charge in, gonna whip. They do manage to get the Jock and a nice spit on the back survivors to spread out that spit damage a little bit more.
And that's the problem. In this area with the common just non-stop, we're all 300. They're almost not going to be constantly hoarded, but it's hard to catch every single common that's going in there. They're having Lucifer act as the meat shield, but they cannot really, what almost happened on that last hit was him getting pulled forward. They cannot really afford that to happen because he's already been down once. If he goes black and white going into this tank, that's going to complicate things even more. We are going to have another spitter in for this next hit. We're going in, getting a single boom out on the Lucifer. Jockey and Hunter both going in. Hunter's going to land, and that's going to be a nice spit in the corner right there. That actually might be a down onto Adam. Actually, it's not. And look, they're all cloistered to the left.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, having that 2-2 setup there seemed really effective compared to some of their other hits. during this event, and that should about be the end of the Horde Survivors finally going to move. They actually do have one more set of pills they can grab up on the left if they remember that it's there. And it looks like, yeah, they do. Moving over towards it now is Lucifer.
Oh, though, Jesus, that was a long horde. I mean, we're going to see another hit coming in here right now. Hunter going in, managing to land onto Verb. They actually just might be able to make him slow, but the spitter actually hit the tree. Verb does go slow anyway, but now, depending if the survivors decide to push right now, they are going to have to be really, really careful because I think there might be another hit up in time by the time they get close to that coaster.
Yeah, that was a very unfortunate spit on that hit. That spit was suffering from moderate levels of derp, I suppose. But the survivors pushing forward. They don't have a charger for this choke. Once again, the agents not quite with the SI setup they want. Gonna go for that early pull. Not gonna find it. Tank is spawned up, and it looks like SI are mostly gonna just try to force these survivors back, not letting them take this choke point. Rock gonna miss right there. Hunter gonna get skeeted right now. That's one of the SI down. Jockey
Nice
coming in.
double boom.
Double boom. And the
Okay.
smoker's actually gone too because it became the tank. Survivors might actually be able to kill this tank right now. He's down to 2k health, getting some nice melees in from Lucy right there. Tons of damage going out on this tank, and it is taken down. Wow.
Wow, that's insane. They had the amount of... I think it was actually... I've never seen... I'm trying to find the words, but I've never seen a tank get juked out on that event-starting box right there, that electrical widget. That's what happened. The tank wasn't able to smack the survivors right there, and the fake kick votes going out onto the SI team. Wow, that was incredibly... I thought at first that Paragon were going to get ledge hung there and then immediately wiped, but after the double boom landed, the tank just could not capitalize. That poor Hunter was also going to get caught there, and this could have been the turning point, I would say. Piece him, except Lucy's getting drugged forward here, and it's actually going to get ledge hung.
Yeah, not a terrible ledge hang, but yeah, that tank fight. Oh, Charger!
Oh my god.
Manages to land onto Rain. Wow, there's a ton of health bonus just being melted off the survivors with that singular charge. Oh my gosh, their damage bonus is completely gone at this point, and that was like all of their health bonus. That was 200 points just wiped off of the face of the earth.
This has been such a weird, like, entertaining series of games right here, just because of the way in which some damage has been dealt. Obviously, Paragon. Oh, nice ski coming out from Lucifer. I don't know, really. At this point, since the damage bonus is gone, it's to that point where any single amount of distance that Paragon gets is going to help their case. Obviously, they've taken the lead here on the away game by just about 200 points, plus the 750 or so that they had from the first game. So this is going to come down to map 4 and map 5.
Yeah, map 4, map 5, and ooh, jockey reset going in onto Adam right there. Charger trying for a reset, but not going to manage to get it onto Lucy right there. But yeah, survivors looking towards, if they make full distance on this map, they're going to be up overall by about 1,000 points. Maybe even approaching 1,100, depending on how much bonus they make it in with. And ooh, Cap in the back, gonna get self-cleared right there. There is a Hunter going for Adam. Once again, want to see if he manages to take it out. Gonna back into Spit and land the pounce right there. Survivors might not even go back for him. Yeah, probably better move to just go inside. It's only worth like 20 points to go back for him, so...
Yeah, so they're going to get in with the bonus that they've got. Adam is going to let that spitter scratch him to death. And once that occurs, then we'll see exactly how the Delta is playing out. And what just happened? He just downed himself with the trash can.
Oh my gosh. Outplayed. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about Ace Mod is there's no point in bleeding out the survivors since temp health that's already ticking down plays no role in the bonus for the survivors. It's just permanent health and damage bonus, so... Well, and pills that you're holding, but it means that these end of rounds don't have to last a long time while you wait for those bleeds. But yeah, wow. Paragon now officially up by over 1,000 points, I believe.
Yeah, with the two scores combined, I mean, pretty much it's going to come down to the tank spawn on map 4 here, and then also if we can see some kind of wipe replicated, like the one that Paragon pulled off, where they got that dumpster wipe onto agents in the last server. I mean, if that doesn't happen, I don't really see a whole, besides the finale, some kind of miraculous comeback. I mean, it's looking to be a little bit better in Paragon's favor, and the tank is actually at 88%.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think Agents is going to be able to make a comeback on this map alone. I mean, you can get pretty nice bonuses here, but I think they're going to really need both map 4 and map 5 to go in their favor if they want to be able to make up 1,000 points. Because making up 1,000 points on this map means an early wipe plus like almost full health bonus. Yeah, this is a 1,000 bonus maximum map, so you'd have to make it with an unheard of amount of health. But, you know, making up a few hundred points here, like if they make up 500 here, 500 on Finale, or even just 300 or 400 here and the rest of it on Finale, it's entirely possible if you get that early tank wipe.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how they take this, we will see if there's a way that even with the wipe, then maybe it's like a huge bump. But the thing is, it would have to be like a no-hitter tank. There's hittables involved. There's other stuff, you know. It's not a very clean-cut tank, especially that far. That's actually probably the longest distance between the tank spawns in a match where we're not equalizing them. Like, okay, we had 22% the first round, now we have 88% the second. That's 66 points of difference between those two. Like, that's a huge gap. 88 is after drop, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's almost at the safe room, practically. Like, it's at the event, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and that's not exactly a great place for survivors to fight a tank. But, we'll have to see. If you have good health and can juke a tank, it's certainly doable.
Obviously, there are a lot of hits, too, from the safe room to there. So we're going to have Team Paragon on the Survivor side and Team Agents on the Special Infected. Spitter, Charger, Jockey, Smoker, so a strong hit coming out from Agents with a lot of potential. Charger lands the punch, but does not land the charge. Spit goes down on nothing. The Smoker was in the tree, and this Jockey did not go in. Jockey actually might have saved for Witch.
Those tree smokers are pretty spooky, and yeah, Witch should be spawned up. I don't think Jockey's quite ready. He's looking for it, though. We'll have to see if he can make something happen. Managed to land the Jock, but it's going to get cleared super quick. And that's one SI down along with the Witch. Now they're going to have a Boomer, Spitter, and Charger right here. Can you even make a hit out of this? I don't think... I'm not very good at math, but... wow, definitely not going to happen with that Boomer.
Quad charge plus spit, I'm calling it.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know, they're gonna have another spawn up too. I mean, the hits are a little bit more staggered from Agents here. Charger going in, okay, gets completely leveled by
How about a
Lucifer.
0 charge?
Yeah, 0 charge and level going out with the crowbar there. And now it looks as though Lucifer is gonna be able to push forward, clearing out these spawns. Not really a whole lot of things the Agents can do to capitalize on him right now with just a Jockey, Smoker, and spawn queue. So this is a lot. Paragon's going so fast right here. I mean, they've taken almost no damage since coming out of the safe room.
Yeah, Agents not really getting their SI together for any of these hits, starting with the opening hit only going in with 3. And now they finally do have a 3 cap, along with a boom that they can try to hit with, but they're approaching on tank spawn territory.
Like I said, I am 99% sure this is after drop. Like, they're only at 73% right here. Yeah, they know they have to drop, so this is a very interesting spawn to see. Nice shutdown on that Boomer from Adam. And Pounce going in onto the Survivor up top right there, immediately cleared. And the Smoker might be trying for some kind of death smoke, but obviously not going to happen because the Survivors are in a clearable range. And the tank is up into the hands of ZLO Slow for Team Agents, and he absolutely needs a wipe here if his team wants any chance of winning this hard-fought Vessel 2.
Yeah, definitely so. He's hitting his hittables up on the side. If he can get a couple of those in play, it can be pretty devastating for the Survivors to fight it in that area. They might have to back off to the back. He's taken about 620 chip already, though. And they once again have a Boomer on this tank, and I feel like they've been sacking those in order to get rid of him. Yeah. There goes an early boom, though, managing to land a double boom with a charge right there. And this tank going for 500 hittables, I think, if
Every
by
single
counting.
dumpster on the face of the earth.
Oh my gosh. This
1,
is
2,
ridiculous.
3. That's in. He has another one over there. I think there's about 6. I think it's close to about 6.
Yeah. It looks like he's just trying to... oh my gosh. There's 2 dumpsters stacked up right there. Gonna be bringing in this last one as he makes the commit here. With this next set of SI, Hunter, Jockey are in spawn.
He's getting chipped a lot, though, for this.
Yeah,
they're punishing him really well.
Down to 3,600, there goes the dumpster. Right there. Does he have the corner on Coach? Not quite gonna find it. Hunter is going to be taken out as he goes for those survivors on top. Charger looking, gets the double charge right there. Going to get these great punches on Adam. Tank can't get the final one though. Adam's going to pill up. Coach is duking it out with the jockey in the back. In the meantime, that's 2 in caps, but this Tank is down to 1k HP. He's not even finding the kill.
Why did that not kill?
Ah, shit, come on.
Wow, I thought that was a
God
sure
of
death.
the frames.
Yeah, the god of the frames is right. And Verb is still just kind of lying on the ground there. Lots of damage, but not the wipe. I thought for sure that was a kill. Obviously not, though. So Paragon, almost all of their bonuses completely obliterated after that tank. But the problem is, if they're able to make it to the safe room with anything, even limping the distance here, that means that Aiden's going to be put in an almost impossible position. I've never seen that many hittables either. This has been one hell of a match.
Yeah, that's some ridiculous play, deciding to go for so many hittables. I feel like he should have brought in some more, but he did do a lot of work with the ones he got. They just couldn't finish it up with the rest of the SI, and the positioning from Paragon was really good. Boomer getting popped right there. This is a 2-2 hit that's coming in. Jockey getting shut down, and Spit actually managing to find Adam for a ton of damage. I feel like this is a recurring theme on some of these hits. And Charger trying to go for Rocket and gonna delay this pickup. Gonna get leveled though. We're insta-cleared actually. They are gonna get this pickup. Hunter pre-spawn, he needs to get out of there. Goes for a scratch on Ellen. What a cheeky little Hunter. And they have a 3-cap up right now. Don't have that non-cap spawn quite yet. Nice pull in the back, but it's going to get cleared super quick with those commons stopping the movement. And Jockey landing on the front survivor on Rochelle right there. Spit going to be employed. That should be an in-cap onto Rochelle, maybe onto Nick. Yep, 2 in-caps right now, and Paragon might, I mean, honestly, they should probably wait and try to get these pickups since the event will end at some point.
Yeah, that spread's going to be devastating, too, in that corner. Actually, doesn't spread up the stairs. Spread in the opposite direction, away from Lucifer right there. Commoner still doing a pretty good job showing that pickup on Adam. I think Lucifer's just trying to block spawns, but at the same point in time, as you said, the Horde should be ending soon. Unfortunately, all the survivors are bleeding out heavily. That is going to be a death on Rochelle. Common are going to down Verbansky, and then that Hunter should be able to wrap it up. He's going for the melee ski, and the Common get him first, so... Again, that wipe is essentially what they need. Like, okay, they've managed to kill Paragon before the safe room, and with this delta here, with about, I don't know, over 700 points, plus the other 800, it's essentially a 1,500 point delta. So in order for them to make this up, they need to make the safe room with an insane amount of bonus, and they need to kite away from all those hittables that are eventually going to be employed pretty much undeniably on that time.
Yeah, definitely so. We'll have to see what they can pull out on their survivor side here. They need to make it through this tank, and they need to make up some amount of points. Like, they don't need to have a huge bonus here, but making it in with 100, 200 could be enough to sort of start to turn the tables for them, and then they need to work on get that finale performance and they could make something happen. But Paragon getting these SI ready as agents open up that safe room and start clearing common.
Spitter, Jockey, Charger, Smoker for the first hit from Team Paragon. See what they're able to do with this. Again, they have a great advantage right here, but they cannot really let up, because we saw some great play from Agents so far, and I really got to hand it to them. This has been one hell of an effort from a team that was seated 24 spots lower than their opponent. So, hey, this has been a fantastic match. Let's see if they can actually pull off some kind of insane comeback and just make us completely lose our minds. Spitter, Jockey, Charger, Smoker, as I said, and the Agents are being really careful about this now. They are clearing out all the common that they possibly can, and they are going to be 3 shotguns and 1 Uzi, finally poking their head out of the safe room. Baiting timer does start up. Smoker goes in, not really a whole lot of capitalization there. Jockey does win. There's a nice charge going out. The Spit, though, already decided to spit one of the other caps. That's a really great spread from that first hit.
Yeah, definitely so. Paragon doing a lot better with their chargers than we've seen from Agents thus far. And yeah, wow, that's like, what, 80 points on the board already for Team Paragon? So
Yeah,
a lot going on right there. Nice free witch kill, though, in the front.
So really, at this point, Agents can't afford to take that much more damage, period. Like, they have a bunch of chokes still to get through, and they have that tank. But the witch is out of the way, and this, you can move really, really fast through this map, depending on if you just don't get boomed. And it's going to be a Jockey, Smoker, Spitter, and a Boomer for this hit. Jockey going in, Boomer spawning in the front. Imagine you get a single boom out. Spit's going to go down on top of the Survivors. Going to pull back into the Spit as well for a pretty nice amount of damage onto Reg HQ there.
Yeah, wow, he's actually slow now, down to 30 HP and still hoarded like mad on his home server. But Survivor's finally gonna get moving again. SI almost have spawns once again. Looks like we've got Charger, Boomer, and the last two coming up in just a moment. We have Hunter and Jockey. And it's probably gonna be another outdoors hit. Just based on the fact that these are going pretty well, they can keep hitting pretty quickly.
Through here.
Yeah, I mean, since even from that single boom back there, originally I thought it wasn't going to be that bad, but then after the pull and after the slow, then it was a lot harder for the Survivors to push the way they probably want to. Looks like Paragon are going to hit as the Survivors are working their way inside. Boomer spawning up in the back, getting popped. Charter is not going to land. Jockey does land for a couple seconds, actually getting an okay amount of damage from that. But those kind of quick clears and the avoidance of those booms at this point is going to be what either makes or breaks the game for Agents. If they manage to make the save from with anything comparable to this bonus, would be huge. But again, this tank, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be... I want to say it's going to be... Whose tank is it for Paragon?
We saw Lucy on first map, I think.
Verb second map, Rain was third. So it's Adam's tank, okay.
Alright. The adamantine claws. But yeah, these SI on those last two hits a little lackluster from Team Paragon. But they'll have about one more hit right here. They have a 2-2. As this tank is spawning up, they're going to lose one of those guys to the tank. We have Charger holding a spawn right now as Adam starts hitting those hittables in.
Yeah, this is what we expected. Another kind of replication, just trying to get
Look,
every single dumpster in existence.
did you see those dumpsters over there? They landed right on top of each other. What is this?
Kissme thinks we're about to see a comeback.
I think it's absolutely possible that we could see a comeback.
What are they doing? They're on top of the dumpsters? Oh my goodness.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Just because they wanted to see if they could. They could
Just
probably
because
get on top of
Kissme
the
called
tent.
it.
They could probably get on top of the tents, like no joke.
Alright, those last two hittables not really doing a lot of work for the tank. Hittables are actually in really bad positions for this tank right now.
He is. He's in a really bad spot too. I mean, he's gonna try to play rock from up here, but as long as they don't get boom, they should be fine. This dumpster is gonna go in, and that's actually out.
Yeah, so he's down even more dumpsters. Gonna get an early punch onto Rochelle. Not finding the next corner quite yet, though. He should get it onto Mulder right here in the corner with a bunch of dumpsters, so that could be a kill. The rest of the survivors completely free right now, though. Can they kill this tank before he gets that kill onto Mulder, though?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! They did!
They did!
They got the kill! Oh my goodness. If they can just take... There's friendly firing the hell out of Mulder, but if they can actually just keep the rest of these common off them and kill a couple hits, they took that tank a lot better than Team Paragon did on Survivor. That's insane.
Yeah, absolutely so. And once again, I feel like it comes down to that hittable positioning. They had nothing to stop the Survivors' movement at all during the start of that tank. And so the SI, without boom, without horde, got shut down pretty quickly. Yeah, there's still a few more hits left here. Pounce does land over there, but Jockey getting shut down. And Charger going for some punches onto Reg HQ. He's going to get cleared pretty quickly, though, and the spit basically misses.
They still have a 431 point bonus here. This could be huge if they actually manage just to make it right here. The doors should be opening and they are all still fast. At this point, if I'm them, unless I really need to, I'm saving those pills too, because they had that 50% pill bonus. There should not be a spitter on this next hit. They just need to not get multi-capped and kill the SI. There's going to be a single cap going out there. Rochelle's trying to clear, does get the clear. Hunter spawn up in the front, looking for something at all. If it's a Jockey, a Boomer, and a Hunter, Hunter's gonna go in there, trying to get melee defeated by Coach, does now get picked, and it looks as though the Asians are going to make the comeback that Kissme predicted here. As long as they can push in before these other spawns are up, I can't believe this. They're gonna go in there, Jockey's in the safe room on the bonus, but they have the door closed, they cleared the Jockey, and we are not done yet, PSM, not at all.
Wow, yeah, so only getting in with the 368 bonus, but it's gonna put them almost 200 points, actually only about 120, 130 points ahead going into the finale for just the home game for Team Agents. So they've, got about 100 points here. They still need to make up another, what is it, like 700, 800 points, 600 points?
Yeah, it's not as much as you think.
Okay, so, that's like,
yeah, it's really
make this finale or make it the second
wipe
take.
The early tank, yeah.
Yeah, if they manage to make it past the second finale tank, then they're in a pretty good position to be winning this match.
We're asking what exactly the first score was. At this point, they want to be like 100% because it's that close.
You are a brilliant man.
Is there a... Yes, 6,700 points in the first one. Okay, 25. That one. Okay, so it's actually 800 points. It's 807.
Yeah, 807 was the difference, and now we have 100 cut off of that. Is that correct? So they need about 700 points of lead on this finale.
Well,
And there we have Pole going out along with that charge landing for 13 points in total. This tank spawn's pretty late, so we might actually see some forklift action.
What is this?
Which just completely... I don't know what she was looking for there. Trying to find the bathroom, but she was on the wrong side.
Okay.
And tank now up in the hand of Rain. Is he going to go for the forklift? It looks like he will. It's a pretty common thing to do if you get a late spawn on this tank. Just because there's not much else to do with that early rage. Let's see if he can manage to get it in cleanly. That one boom in the back, keeping the survivors from making any sort of a risky play on top of this. And pretty good hits on the hittables so far.
That is interesting, because they were pretty separated right there, so more chip damage is going in, but if they wipe either here at the first tank, actually, I don't know if it's second tank. The second tank does have a difference in the spawning in Ace mod.
Yeah.
Rochelle needs to move back, like, seriously. Okay, they know the forklifts in. That's gonna come ricocheting around the corner, and if they wipe at this first tank here, it's pretty much over. I think if they wipe at the second tank, it's also over. They have to pretty much make the chopper.
Yeah, this tank's still on first pass too, so he can take his time. That was a very clean grab of the forklift. Still has very high health, not taking more than 200 chip, and now finally pushing it in. Survivor's getting some chip in. Boomer managing to get a one boom right now. Rochelle caught between a fork and a bathroom, but she's gonna go hide from this tank. Charger landing in the back, but getting cleared. Tank missing his punches right now. You can't piss your munches, people.
What is going on?
Getting juked so hard, but a nice double punch onto the survivors.
So hard by what? Rochelle is stuck in the fucking ceiling. She's not even moving, and he's gonna not even get a down. This is insane.
Top Russia skill right there being displayed. Taking out that tank. Oh my gosh, if you're Rain right now, you've got to be feeling quite underwhelmed,
What did
to
I
say the
witness?
least.
Juked by what? There's nothing there. He's just trying to hit the survivor in the ceiling, and the agent just wasn't having it. This is crazy. If they make this map, I'm going to freak out. I am going to completely lose it. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, now we have a double cap. Almost a tri-cap landing. That helps a little bit, but still, since there was no down, like, there's still a great amount of bonus here, but look at the spread.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, with that hit coming in, all the survivors just went down to about slow HP. And so this starts to look like a very bleedy finale, and you have to take out a lot of horde before that next tank spawns. And then you have to take out a tank.
If they take out that second tank, they actually have a shot at winning this. Like, they have a distinct shot. Because it was 807 points, and then they need to get that wipe on. That's really what I'd be looking at in terms of Paragon, where it's like, okay, we can try to wipe them here, but then we really need to just not wipe on our survivor side. Nice pull going out. Charter hits the intercept as well, then does get cleared. Rolling tri-cap pretty much happening right here, and that's going to be almost a down on the Ellis. These SI hits again piece him, just completely insane.
Yeah, that's going to be an end cap, and while, you know, an end cap isn't a terrible thing to have when you're trying to run your pills conservatively, you take a lot of damage from comments just trying to get that pickup, as we saw right there. And yeah, two survivors pretty much completely out of perm health at this point. They've got 4 sets of pills on the stage still, probably going to move for them after this next hit. Let's see what Paragon can make happen. Actually already moving for those pills.
Holding on to the pills, I think, would be important here, but let's see exactly if there's another hit coming in. Indeed, there is. A lot of separation from the agent seems to be the theme, but that juke by Rochelle on that charter, it's going to prevent a whole lot of damage going out. Spit's not going to land much on anything, and these points are ticking up rather fast right here. It actually might be into the out of range of possibility for the comeback here, and then we might have to do some interesting math. There are still 2 sets of pills on the stage. One just got committed again. And I think now agents know that they have to kill this next tank.
Yeah, they're gonna need to LOS like gods or manage to like hit this tank out of position. I'm thinking like push the tank onto the roof of the stage and then go on the stage, chip them through the floor, and Nice double cap landing right there with the jockey down below and the smoker up top. Just more damage ticking onto the survivors, and they still have another 2 sets of horde to take out before this tank comes in.
Yeah, pretty quick clears though going out, I will say. Like, obviously that 2-cap did occur, but then, I don't know, if the agents survive to the second tank, which I think they're going to, then they have to survive that second tank to realistically have a chance at this, I think. Because right now, what? It's just about 600 points, just over 600 points they're winning here, plus maybe, like, whatever the differential... Actually, no, it's just 600 points here, rather. So they really need to just hold it out and then survive, like I said. It looks as though there's going to be a smoke coming in here onto Nick. Charter's going to go in there, managing to land that intercept, going for the punches, then missing the actual charge. So it comes down to now, with the amount of damage that they've taken, if they are able just to survive this tank. And they have 1 set of pills left to do it. Everyone's bleeding. Ah, man, this is going to be tough.
Yeah, definitely will be. They do not have full move speed on 2 of their players now. 26 HP on Mulder and Zlo at the moment, and another round of horde going to be coming in here. If they land a boom, it's going to be even longer before that tank spawns. Another 2-2 hit coming in from Paragon right now. Pounce bouncing around, managing to land onto Coach finally, and Spit just painting that whole recording area, panel area, and survivors down to 6 and 14 HP on Mulder and Zlo.
As you said, since those booms keep landing, that's also going to extend everything a little bit because the horde is still coming from that. And remember, if they don't even score 807 points here, Paragon are going to get, like, what, 60 points just for spawning that tank, pretty much? It's going to be really close. Charter going in, trying to get a free charge there. Not really much going. Charter is now punching Rochelle. Horde's going to be on 2 of the survivors. That's a beautiful split, too, from that smoker, but a nice clear from Coach. If the tank were just to roll in right now, he probably could wipe them. And I think if I'm Paragon, that's what I do. Secure the win like this.
Yeah, they do manage to get the pickup, and they're backing up, but Nick completely ordered right now. That's going to be a free in-cap once again. Coach going to get punched off to the side, and these last couple survivors just doing what they can. But,
GG, that is GG.
yeah, that is the GG right now, I believe. They only managed to be up by a little over 700 points, and I believe in the first game we had just over 800, so in favor of Paragon. So that is Paragon's win right now. We'll have to see what they do with their last round.
If they somehow get wiped at this tank, then it's going to be like it would be one of the, like, for a home and away system like that, just the evenness of these games. Just, wow.
Yeah, it would be absolutely ridiculous. At this point, this game is so similar between the 2 teams.
Okay, here's the plan. First, we look for supplies.
And 3-1 set up right here. Gonna go for this opening hit at some point. Looks like they're kind of waiting a little bit. Boomer managed to get the proxy onto Nick after jumping straight into his face. Smoker pull right there, and Charger looking for managing to land onto Adam for a little bit of damage. And whose tank is it going to be for agents? I feel like it might be a Mulder tank. Well, actually, we don't know, right? Because it's map 5. So, Zlo tank gonna spawn up. Will he go for the forklift? He's not going to. Looks like he's just gonna roll in right now. Start moving up on these survivors. They do have a boom in the hands of Agent Skittles. Gonna be looking for this. Oh, nice pop onto that boomer as Nick was trying to set up the garbage can right there. Got completely shut down doing so.
Yeah, I just went back to Dope Boy's team just to double check the score differential, and it was actually 771 points, so it was still pretty close. But still, I mean, this is going to be if this wipe comes out by this tank in the hands of Aiden Slow here, it's going to be literally like a less than 100-point game between the 2 servers, and that's just crazy. It is Paragon's win, but I cannot stress enough just the hair differential that we saw based on both of these games.
Yeah, this is crazy. Could have been anyone's game up until the end. Paragon definitely very strong showing on this away game though. And Tank rolling in right now, getting a little bit of separation. Managed to get a double charge, and that jockey has landed. Rochelle.
No way! This is almost another strike half. They managed to clear it that time, but everything landed just not in the same sync. Tank, this is 2 in caps going out. Tank still has 2k HP, and he's gonna land the rock on the road there too. He's kind of stuck now though. Turning around, trying to get the re-corner. Is gonna manage to get it onto Adam. They had to kill this tank. He's down to 200 HP. He has gotten 3 in caps, and now he has 17 HP and there are spawns coming up. As long as they can control that hiccup, but it looks as though the tank is gonna die. There are two survivors up rather. Nice skeet going out by Lucifer, but again, that was almost disastrous for Team Paragon.
Yeah, really nice play by Zlo right there. It was just those caps being so close in proximity to one another meant that the survivors had a easier time mitigating the overall damage, but his recommit as well, just really beautiful, managing to get 3 full end caps on these survivors.
Again, just speaking to the closeness of these two teams across these, and that's making me think because really all agents had to have done then is if they had killed that second tank, it would be a completely different story. With the way the health is right now, Charger does go for a free charge. I think they know the game is over, but again, both teams really impressed me on the away server games.
Goddamn goo!
Like, yeah, I mean, they took so many maps on each other's away servers from each other. It's just really incredible play from both teams at various times during this. You know, I feel like Agents had a lot of really good tanks on Infected side that they played really nicely, and Paragon similarly had some really good spots, especially their survivor play on some of the tanks was really impressive.
Let's see though. I mean, they are just going to play it out now, obviously for formality's sake. It's going to be an extremely close final score. Hunter going in does get skeeted. Charter misses his charge. Smoker does land a pull onto Verb, who is the health bonus up there. That's going to be Spit going down and a little bit more damage, but they still have, what, 3 sets of pills, and that's all they've got.
Yep, that's going to be looking very similar to the last round we just watched, with survivors taking various amounts of bleed and chip on these next hits up until that tank spawn. But we'll have to see.
I mean, the tank spawned around 600 points, too. I mean, so it actually might be relatively tied. But that means the Agents would probably win their home game, but Paragon, again, in typical fashion, did just win their home game by a bit more, only a few hundred points. Hunter Jockey Charter coming in for this hit. Charter coming from the right-hand side. Charter managed to get a double charge, actually launching Ellis into the air. Hunter manages to land onto Rochelle there as well, so a nice amount of damage coming out. And I have to ask you, do you think okay, we're talking about thousands of hours of play here, but the typical not playing of finales by European teams, do you think that had an impact on this?
I think it might have to some extent. They definitely looked like they knew what they were doing on these early tanks for the most part. I mean, you don't go for an aggressive chip play against that tank like we saw in the first game, unless you have some idea of like the limits of playing that early finale tank. But overall, they just, you know, they did misplay a little bit, had some fumbles on their survivor play, especially from Team Agents. So yeah, they might have been a little bit less versed in how this finale goes down.
Yeah, and again, I mean, there are points where it becomes subconscious, where you've played it so many times. Honestly, in the American scene, that was typical for the teams to do, but then in the European side, I don't know if that's still typical nowadays, because, I mean, there's been so much international play where finales have been involved. I don't think it has as much of an impact as it used to. But at the same point in time, you know, just having that ingrained for another couple thousand hours potentially on the side of Team Paragon might have helped. We have a nice almost double cap landing on the side over there with the Smoker and a Jockey does get cleared. Hunter gets skeeted by Adam. And like I said, the survivor play and the infected coordination from both these teams has impressed me. And I mean, like I said before, anybody who is saying that the first round of the tournament isn't able to give great games even with a 24-point differential between a higher seeded team and a lower seeded team, they need to watch this game that we just casted.
Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. And Survivors now down to tiny amounts of health on all of their players, just avoiding taking those pills. The tank is going to spawn up really soon. We're probably going to have one last hit in here. It is a 3-1 with Spit. There goes the Spit. Early managed to land a Pounce Spit. Or actually just a Pounce Spit, did not quite make it there. And yet Lucy drops into the Spit for some unknown reason.
I mean, at this point, they know they've got the... He probably wanted to take it down before he takes his pills, but now this is going to be 2 survivors down. One of them, Verb, is going to be... Actually, both of them are going to be black and white when they get back up. And depending on what happens here, the SI might actually be able to pull off the white. Smoker Tongue going in there. Imagine land onto Nick. Charger gets a stumble onto Adam for the in cap. That's going to be the Jockey landing right there, plus the Charger going in 4 punches. Rain trying to get the clear, finally does. And that's going to be a Jockey landing, actually almost landing for separation right there.
Get up. Look, we have to get going. Come on.
Definitely so. And tank should be spawning right as soon as the survivors finish off this horde, I believe. Yep. Final tank just about to come up for agents. Reg HQ pouncing his hunter around as we wait for this spawn to actually finish coming in. Here comes the tank, spawning off to the side in the hands of Reg HQ, actually.
And I think he should just be able to replicate what Adam did. Roll in, punch the survivors a couple times. It's pretty much over. Adam's going all the way to the top
Where'd
here.
Verbonsky go?
He's dead. Adam is also dead as well. Charge is going to land on the Rochelle right there. Tank jumping in, trying to land onto Ellis, but it's going to be Lucy versus Reg HQ. Again, fantastic match right here that we saw. And Paragon is going to be taking the win. As soon as Lucifer does go down, but he keeps that rock. And this could happen for a while, actually. They need to respect the 1v1 here, but the Smoker's going to spawn up instead. Imagine you get the pull onto Lucifer, and that is going to be it, Kissme. An incredible series of matches won. Nice charge by Team Paragon, but just by under around 500 points, 500 or 600 points.
Yeah, really incredible game. Congratulations, big congratulations to Paragon after getting so many points even on their away game. And commiserations to Agents who played an incredible game nonetheless.
Exactly, yeah. And unfortunately, the live stream did experience a little bit of a problem due to the fire which is raging in Pennsylvania right now, but this is going to be a very, very it's just going to be a great VOD to see on the YouTube channel, and obviously to have covered for the tournament. It's a shame people couldn't see it live, but again, that was crazy. So I am extremely happy to have been able to cast this. And any final words, Kissme?
Not so much. Thanks everyone for watching this on the YouTubes. And thanks to Kissme for casting, of course, and thanks for having me today.
All right, and that's pretty much what I'd say too. Thanks, Kissme, for being my co-caster, Kissme for streaming, everybody for watching, and to those two teams for a fantastic match. Now with that, I do believe we have some more BOT action coming tonight at some point. Obviously, it doesn't matter since nobody's watching, but there are going to be a lot more matches only in the next couple of days from the first week, but then after that, we've got the other 6 rounds of the Swiss stage of the tournament coming, and then the double elims. So thank you, everybody, for doing what you do for this Left 4 Dead 2 community, and have a fantastic day, evening, night.
And remember, only you could prevent forest fires.
I hate you.